Who will the Tennessee Titans draft in the first round of the 2023 NFL Draft? Well, we're going to get there in just a moment, but before we do, go down, hit the sub button. If you want all the Titans draft analysis that we've got leading up to the big event, hit the button. We'll keep you covered. Todd McShay dropped his mock draft this morning, and he surely did let us know who he thought was going with that 11th overall pick. But he said that there would be a big trade first before anything else happened. The Colts and the Bears. The Colts would trade up to receive that number 1 pick overall, and the Bears would get the 4th overall pick, as well as the 35th pick in the second round and a 5th round pick, and maybe even a first round pick in 2024. Big trade there that would absolutely rock the AFC South because of who those teams are likely to grab. The Colts come off hot with number 1, Bryce Young. You knew he was going to go off the board fast. Quarterback from Bama, followed by the Texans grabbing CJ Stroud. Like I said, rocks the AFC South quarterback conversation, which is very relevant to the Titans and what's going on under center in Tennessee. Will Anderson to Arizona, Jalen Carter to the Bears with that 4th pick, Tyree Wilson to the Seahawks, Miles Murphy to the Lions, Will Levis, the 3rd quarterback to go off the board, to the Raiders. Peter Skoronski, who we've talked about, maybe the Titans grab. Looks like McShay believes the Falcons get him first. Anthony Richardson to Carolina, and Brian Barisi to Philadelphia. That leaves the 11th pick. Before I tell you what Todd McShay thinks is going to happen, what do you think the Titans should do in the first round? Should they go after a quarterback? Should they go after a receiver? Should they fix the O-line, grab a cornerback? Let me know. Head down to the comment section and tell me who you think the Titans are going to draft in the first round. Todd McShay believes that with the 11th overall pick, the Tennessee Titans select, drumroll, Paris Johnson. I think this is the right move. I think this kid makes the most sense to join this Tennessee team. We've talked about trading up for a quarterback or going after a receiver, but I think Paris Johnson is step number 1. You've got to bolster the O-line before you do anything else. That is the foundation of your offense. You have got to get that right before you can fill the holes and everything else that's needed. Quarterback, receiver, cornerback. The O-line has got to be the priority right now, and I think Todd McShay has the right idea. The Titans need to get younger. They need to get healthier. They need to get more athletic. Paris Johnson is somebody that can come in and do all 3 of those things. Before we continue, let me tell you about today's sponsor, Fanatics. They've got some awesome merch, Tennessee Titans merch. It's still cold right now, but it'll get warmer over there in Tennessee. If you want a long sleeve, a hoodie, a t-shirt, check out the website. And hey, if you just stopped by, you're not a Tennessee Titans fan, that's all right. They've got gear for all the NFL teams. Just head to chatsports.com/NFL combo and check out what they've got. Get some cool gear for the 2023 season. Todd McShay said this about Paris Johnson. Johnson is such an easy mover and allowed only 3 sacks over 26 starts since the start of 2021. He's versatile too, moving over from right guard to left tackle this season and not missing a beat. The Titans' 49 sacks allowed tied for 5th most in 2022, and Taylor Lewan, turning 32 years old, yes, he's a little bit older, is entering the final year of his contract while coming off a right knee injury. Johnson would help keep Ryan Tannehill, or whoever ends up being the quarterback over the next few seasons, upright while also opening up lanes for Derrick Henry in the run game. And Johnson could perhaps eventually line up opposite Nicholas Petit-Frere, his former teammate at Ohio State, whom he replaced at left tackle this past season. All good things on Paris Johnson. He did say, Taylor Lewan, it's looking like he's going to get cut. He's aware of it. The injuries, the age, it's just, it might be time to say goodbye to Taylor Lewan. And Paris Johnson could be a guy that can be put pretty much anywhere on the front line. Let him play left tackle. Let him play guard. He's versatile. Bring him in here, see what he can do. I think they should draft Paris Johnson with that 11th pick. What do you think? Should the Titans draft him in the first round? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Be honest. Let's take a look at the depth chart just to remind you guys where we are right now. The O-line was one of the worst in the league. PFF has said that multiple times. You look at the numbers, they could not get it together. Injury-ridden, just no protection. Ryan Tannehill struggled all season because of this. Like I just said, Taylor Lewan is probably going to be cut pretty soon, if I had to guess. Nate Davis, I believe, is a free agent, and he's up in the air. Do they bring him back? Do they let him walk? You've got a lot of questions in this depth chart. I think Paris Johnson, given his accolades over the past his college career, is somebody that might be able to revamp this O-line, start building it up. We talk about the future of this franchise and what they need to do to build the franchise and get back to a successful spot, a consistently successful spot. I think this is a start. Look, a lot of mock drafts have this guy going to Tennessee. They like him with this team. I think that says something that is across the board, kind of the consensus that, all right, Johnson needs to end up on this O-line. He was a consensus All-American, first team All-Big Ten, started 13 games at left tackle. He'd be a great fit. Marcus Mosher of PFF said the same thing. There wasn't a worse offensive line in the NFL by the end of the year than that of the Titans. Both offensive tackle spots were a disaster, and Taylor Lewan's long-term future is up in the air amid injury troubles. We knew that. Johnson played both left tackle and right guard at Ohio State, so the Titans shouldn't have any problem finding him a spot in the starting lineup as a rookie. This kid's PFF numbers speak for themselves as well. Overall rating, 83.1, pass blocking, 77.9, run blocking, 80.9 grade, and he only allowed 2 sacks. I think right now, this is the first move you make. You've got that 11th pick overall. You've got to bolster the O-line before you address anything else. That is where it starts. He's got the ideal size and the power for somebody to bring in the stability that that front line needs. He's got great athleticism for his size. He can move, and he's very aware of his surroundings and the situations going on around him. Those are great qualities to have as a rookie coming into the NFL. You're coming into a situation that is trash, garbage, terrible. You've got all those qualities, which is exactly what the Titans are looking for right now to fix their problems. I think this is the right move. I think Todd McShay got it right, and I think this is what we'll see happen in a few months. I think Paris Johnson ends up with the Tennessee Titans. Like the video if you want the Titans to draft an offensive lineman in round 1. I know some people are on the trade up for a quarterback train, and others want a receiver to go along with Treylon Burks. But I think O-line is the right move in the first round. So if you agree with me, like the video. Also, make sure to subscribe. We'll be back with more draft analysis all during the offseason.